Now, I could tell why you clicked on this video. Either you played the beta and you've experienced what I'm about to talk about, or B, you're generally curious on how this game is going to turn out. Well, I'm here to tell you my experience that I've had with Call of Duty Remastered, or whatever the fuck you want to call this game, and tell you why I think, in my opinion, that it's going to succeed compared to all the other previous fucking games that we've had this year. So, me and like every other scrub who uh, played the beta, I pre-ordered it and got a code to play it early access, and then play the beta all by itself. And to pretty much sum up my experience, I had pretty much like an average COD experience. I've noticed things were kind of the same, but things were definitely way better. You know, I noticed just the overall foundation and everything about the game was reiterated into its own little piece here, and I saw a general improvement on the game, which, you know, gave me great satisfaction. But as I was playing more and more, I did start to notice that the game was still following the trend that Call of Duty has always had, which is like the lane splitting and just like the routes, you know, just the typical shot in the ass deaths and just typical random deaths. And I was kind of just, you know, to be honest, I was feeling like an average feeling from the game. But it wasn't until the second opening of the beta where they released Ground War, and let me tell you, okay, after playing this mode, my whole opinion for the game has completely changed. And to say that is a big statement, because, I mean, to say, like, you know, through all this work and everything they put in this game, and to kind of get that same feeling you get from all the other Call of Duties, you know, it kind of feels pointless in doing all this. But they actually did something different and gave us an open map with big areas and high density players. That's what we've been asking for forever. You know, it's something that we wanted to play. It's like we always complain about these small maps and these small, you know, arenas that we have to play in, and it's just like constant death after death after death. You know, it seems like now that they decided to actually listen to us and actually deliver something that we've been looking for. You know, and to say, you know, I just want to say that I'm not the greatest COD player. You know, I've never been able to go on fucking kill streaks and do shit like that. I've barely gotten the tactical nuke when I played back in the day. But in this game, I've gotten more kills, and I've gotten to do like just a lot more things when I play this mode than I've played any other mode. I mean, really, this game reminds me of Battlefield, you know, and it really does capture a lot of the elements that Battlefield does have in its own game, you know. But does that make it better than Battlefield? No, it doesn't, you know. Does it make it better than all the other kind of style of games? It really doesn't. It's just kind of like its own thing that Call of Duty is really doing, and it's really, this kind of mode is really something that a lot of gamers, well, I would say a lot of gamers like me who enjoy realism and tactical gameplay and just overall, you know, cooperation with your teammates. You know, this style of game is something that we type of gamers enjoy. You know, and when you have, you know, for the past 2 years or years going on, and you have fucking battle royale games and Fortnite and Apex soldiers dropping from the sky and grab a fucking rare ass gun that shoots 1,000 laser beams per second, you know, it gets kind of fucking lackluster and boring. You know, you kind of want to have that tactical teamwork and that fun and gameplay without having that whole experience like that. Like, it gets boring after a while, and you see how the trend is really forming throughout the years, how it went from this style of the game to maybe battle royale to different kind of arena shooters, and then now it's kind of back to this thing, you know. But again, it's this sort of style is something that I would say a lot of people enjoy, and it's really, you know, it's really a simple thing to deliver upon. You know, you gotta work on it, and you gotta make sure that it's balanced, and everything else would be fine. You know, I've played all the other modes in this game, and I've played like domination, all the headquarters, all the other modes. They're all pretty much the same thing. You know, and this is pretty much Call of Duty. You know, actually taking a different route and delivering something that they've actually promised, you know. Now, it's not to say that this mode is perfect, you know. It's not something to say, like I said, it's not better than Battlefield. It's not better than other games that have done this sort of thing before, but I mean, again, it's a new game that's coming out. Nobody plays any of the good Battlefields anymore, so you can't really play any kind of game style like this right now in the market, you know. So really, this is like newest thing that's coming out here with that playstyle. The only other games you have are, you know, like I said, battle royale games and all the other, you know, horror psychological thriller games that the fucking developers are releasing now. So it's just good to see that this game is delivering, you know, this game mode, and hopefully there's many more like it. Maybe there's a lot more objective based stuff instead of just conquest, because again, when it comes to these capture points and a lot of these, you know, non-objective based things like destroying or collecting things, you know, they really create a lot of lane by lane fights, you know, and it really stagnates the gameplay, you know, and it really gives those tryhards and high sensitivity players advantage, because they just sit in camp and pull old COD moves that this game delivers, you know. So what I hope to look forward to is they deliver different game modes with the 30v30 or 32v32, whatever it is. You know, I want to see different objectives. I want to see different, you know, of course, a bunch of more maps. But again, I know this takes a lot of work. You know, I know it takes a lot of time, and it seems like they're willing to put in that time and listen to us fans. But we really have to make sure that they are holding up their end of the bargain, because this right here, again, this could be the end product of what we get. You know, this is this is not unlikely to see something like this pass without any change. So again, it gives me faith back in Activision again, to know that they're really taking this realistic approach to this game, and they're really trying to you know, they're really trying to deliver something fun, and you know, just everything works out in this game. So I hope that they keep making more and they keep delivering more and that sort of thing. And I just noticed I didn't really go over the cons of the whole thing. Like, again, like I said, it's something that we've really been wanting for, and it's working. But again, it's still kind of falling into the whole lane by lane fighting. There's a lot of camping, you know, there's just not enough, I would say, map space for the home bases. You know what I'm saying? If you were to look at the previous Battlefield series, when you were in the conquest mode, you would see that the home bases would be a lot farther, like 100 or 200 meters away from the actual first initial flag that would be in front of their base, you know, to kind of create like a breathing room for the home base, you know, in case if all objectives were taken, you know, they want to get really spawn camped here. In this game, that sort of thing does happen, and you do notice a lot of people who jump into the tanks, who jump into the helicopters, and immediately, almost immediately, go straight to spawn and start spawn camping and killing and stuff like that. And it's really not it's very undesirable. You know, let's just say that. It makes me sick to see my own teams. It's really unfun just to see it happening. So there's definitely improvements for that area, and just maybe better. I really want to say, like, the main thing about it is the architecture. You know, I feel like they did put in a decent amount into it, but you can still kind of see how, like, they wanted to make it fast, you know, still kind of fast paced, but tactical in a sense where, you know, you kind of have to take your time. So I would say it'd be hard to really do that sort of thing. But other than that, everything else seems quite good, and I believe that this game mode is what's gonna bring Call of Duty up back to its former self. Alright, that's all I gotta say for this video. Please enjoy this bonus salty clip I have here.
We're not done yet. Make it happen.
This fucking trash, dude.
You're the trash one. You haven't got a single kill yet. You're gonna get killed. Oh, take that back.
You just fucking sat there, fool. You let these fools get to you. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
Stay
about.
focused. No mistakes. This round is ours.
You sat there and got broken.
Ooh.
Weapons ready. Move in.
Oh wait, are you talking about what the part where I was camping and thinking that it was gonna go on one side? Oh yeah, I did sat there and get murdered, but you didn't get any kills in the first couple rounds too, so you can't be saying.
Neither did you, dude. So I really don't know why.
No, neither did that. But then somehow I got a win by myself without your dumbass help.
Okay, you just spam with the shotgun, dude. It's not hard to do that.
Well then why didn't you get a kill if it's not that hard?
Because these fools spammed me on the top.
They're making us fight for it. Give it to them.
The fool was on the ledge, and I was fucking trying to go forward while you sat in the back. That's why.
Well, yeah. I didn't know what
Well, yeah.
to do. It was like pretty good the first couple rounds. I was like, what the fuck? These guys were good. And then you got murdered. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? I got confused. So that's why I sat there most of the time. I was like, what the fuck is supposed to happen?
Okay, well, I do not blame you on the part of how tryhard these guys are. I give you that.
I know. Like, I was confused. The first couple rounds, I was like, what the fuck? And then you started dying too many times. I was like, what the hell? I don't know what to do. Like, I got really confused.
I don't know.
Dude, I just started today. Not like, my game just finished downloading, so I just started.
Yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure out.
I
how to play this game
wasn't. No,
myself.
I'm not. I wasn't even blaming you. I was just saying, like, this shit is just
Yeah,
trash
I know,
in general.
I know. It is trash because like they know how to do everything. They were